it's the one you've all been waiting for. I don't know if anyone's been waiting for this, but
I have.
Oh, Austin has.
Yeah.
My one fan. Mulberry Lily. This one's a medium one. I will do a regular for you, and I will do a mini for you, and I will do a collection video for you, just in case you want to compare side by side.
That's a lot of 4 years.
But I thought I would do this one first because this is my personal one, but this is the one I have in black. And obviously the black and oak. I actually say with black is more sought after than oak.
100%.
In this particular design.
That's actually a good point.
So
when you say most Mulberry bags are usually oaky is the one to have, correct?
Yeah.
Whereas black
Can you remember what leather this is, Austin?
Yes, I can. Small classic grain.
Is this a small classic grain?
That might be glossy goat, but the regular one's
This one's goat.
Glossy goat then.
Because it's like more rigid.
Yeah, it's glossy goat.
Because I have this in this colourway, obviously, that I'm showing you. I also have a rose petal in small classic grain. This is glossy goat. Glossy goat. It's not actually goat, we found out. It's just an imprint that looks like goat, isn't it? I always thought it was goat when I was working there. That's how bad it is.
There's a lot of leathers, that's all I'm saying.
There's a lot of leathers.
High on leather.
And I also have a mini Lily in Payson. So I have got a few. But this is the most classic one in my collection. I got this actually quite late on. I got the pink one first. And honestly, I think this is a staple to any collector or just a luxury handbag connoisseur's collection. If you're not quite if you're not into Chanel, or you're not like at that price point yet, or
to be quite frank, you just want to spend that,
or you don't want to spend that on the bag. No, I'm just saying all the variations. Like some people might want to test drive like the shape before they buy, etc.
Yeah, I agree.
This I think is a really good classic piece for your wardrobe. I actually think this is better, like more as a collector's piece, isn't like a classic bag than Bayswater.
Agreed.
I think it's more wearable. I think it's more versatile. I think it's more usable. I personally think.
Sorry, before you say that thought, I would actually say, for me, as regards kind of all the bags we've dealt with in the past from Mulberry, I'm working with the company, that, what you're holding there, is the most usable bag you can buy from them even today. Yes.
This one is probably going to be a little bit longer, this video, because I have quite a lot to say about this bag, because it's a good, interesting piece. So they make 3 sizes: medium, regular, and mini. Mini was introduced quite late on in the Lily family, the baby one, and it was resized. So the first releases were a size. I haven't got it on, and I will do an in-depth video about this. And then they decided, because of the size of phones were going up, that they would re-alter the size so you could get a phone diagonally in a mini Lily. So some colorways are smaller than others. So if you're looking at measurements online, etc., and the measurements don't quite match up with like your measurements, it could be because it was a newer one or an older one. If it varies.
That's all true.
Then you've got the regular Lily, which is probably the most requested we had in Mulberry. And then you have the big boy, which is this one. I personally like a big bag, so I went for this one. I would say it's actually the size of a regular flap.
Chanel you're referring to, yeah?
Chanel. So it's quite a large bag, but it's not. It's like a medium-sized bag. It's not like giant like the jumbo. Just because it's medium, people think medium's the middle size, but it's the biggest.
Which is really random. I don't know why they did it. It's confusing, especially working in the shop.
Yes. So this one is what is it called? Shiny Goat.
Glossy Goat. I think
Glossy Goat. I was so close.
There was a shiny goat as well.
So this has the soft gold hardware, but obviously they do come in jolly colour hardware now. And they do see silver on some bags. Rose gold has been seen. I think they've even done gunmetal. So this one is a classic one. So it has the tree on the postman's lock and the turn lock there. It's got the chain in the soft gold, but it has the leather running through it. Side note: the leather can be replaced through Mulberry Repair Centre, just in case ever problems occur. It's one of their classic chain straps. So you can either have it doubled on shoulder or in hand, or you can pull it through and have it crossbody or shoulder. The only thing I would say, when you're crossing it through, you see how that lies flat? Sometimes if you pull the wrong chain, so if I pulled it the opposite way, do some like interval music.
I was going to sing that. I won't do that with people watching. That's just me.
It doesn't sit flat. It like twists round and up. I would recommend pulling it the correct way so it sits flat across the bag, so it gives you a more streamlined look. I mean, that's just my preference, otherwise it just sort of like hits your leather a bit weird there.
Also, while you're in it, can you just show us how you'd store it?
So
that's a chain problem.
I am going to do a stuffing video. I might actually do it like within the next few videos for you, because I think it's really important that people, if you don't want to use a liner, that you know how to stuff your bag effectively, or if you haven't got the space to have like a dressing room or whatever, you just don't want a dressing room, then to know how to stuff your bag so you don't lose shape or damage the bag itself. But always, for in my personal opinion, so pull it tight at the top, open your flap, twist your chain around and tuck it in. I personally...
The sides have enough space either side to allow it to sit in there without touching.
I personally had this bag in pink, and I used to store my bags as we VM'd them in the store.
Yep.
And it dented my leather. The back of the leather was dented by the strap. Obviously, we've rectified it now by retraining the leather, if you like, and packing it properly. But just to avoid that, always tuck your chain if it's going to be sitting for long periods of time, then it doesn't dent the leather or damage the leather in any way.
And also make sure the top bit is loose enough, as you've got it there, it's perfect. It's loose enough that it's a little bit of give, so it's not pulled tight and exactly that. Perfect.
But I will do a stuffing video if anyone's interested in that, because it is handy to, I think it's a good video to do.
I actually think that's one of the main things that people don't do. They put them in the dust bags and think that's enough. I actually think it can make their bag last a lot longer and look better for longer.
So yes, that's got the leather through it, the chain. Then it comes with the classic fob, which would come on a Bayswater. It's got the tree embossed into it. And inside your little like fob things, they are just protectors for your padlocks. The padlocks are, on the later ones are pull padlocks. On the earlier ones, they would have had keys, just like the Bayswater.
Not necessarily this bag, but in general.
Not necessarily this bag, but generally the fobs. And it's a little pull lock which will slip through your postman's lock for extra security. Sometimes these can be missing, so do check when you're buying on the second-hand market if it comes with one, because that could be a negotiating point, as they are £30 new replacement from Mulberry.
Side note, it used to amaze me when you used to actually show people those, especially in a different bag, and someone would have 3 or 4 bags from Mulberry already. They didn't know there was a padlock sometimes in there.
So, or on a couple of the lilies, there is a charm in there, a horseshoe charm.
It's like keyring almost, doesn't it?
So it doesn't always necessarily come with a padlock, but just, you know, be aware what one you're buying and whatnot. So on the lily, the medium lily, or all lily bags, the size is stitched. They have a single, like double, like they have a single stitch which is like done multiple times. These can sometimes come undone. This is something that can be repaired through Mulberry, but do check that when you're buying on the pre-loved market that one side hasn't come undone or whatever.
It actually makes the bag look totally different too.
It's very uniform. They're not piped. It's just leather like wrapped round. So watch your corners when buying pre-loved where you can. I mean, sometimes it's
Are they inked? They're inked though, are they?
They're inked,
yes.
yeah. So the inside of my one is suede. I'm very lucky to have acquired a suede one, which is actually extremely clean. Some are microfiber, some are unlined. It just depends on the era that you get it. I've had a couple of Oxford that just been completely unlined and had like a tree pocket. Yeah. So inside you've got my stuff in. Inside you've got one compartment. It's got the zip pocket here with your fob and Mulberry patch on it. And because those sides are stitched, there's not a huge like give in putting your items in. So please be aware of that. And it's got a slip pocket at the front. It's all leather lined, etc. The back of the postman's lock there, and the front of the postman's lock there. It's a really quite a simple design, if you like, but it's very popular. I think, especially with this, you can wear it up and dress it down. I dress every day like I'm going to the Ritz. But like, if you're more casual, it looks nice with jeans. Also, this black is a very popular colour because it sits on your hip most of the time. If you get a pale colour, please do like water stop spray, because you can get gene transfer.
Colour transfer, yeah, true.
Colour transfer in general, to be honest with you. So I think that's why the black is quite a popular choice. But that is just a quick overview of the medium lily. Like I said, the regular size is about half of this, and the mini is about half of that again. So this is the biggest one they do. I know it's confusing, it's called medium, but it is a lovely bag, and I would highly recommend it. If you'd like to see the regular Lily and a mini Lily video, then give us a thumbs up. Our stats have gone up higher, so 90% of you who are watching our videos don't subscribe. We do multiple Mulberry reviews, Fendi reviews, Chanel reviews. So if you're into luxury handbags, we do hauls, personal hauls, trips to luxury stores. So if you're into that sort of thing, then do subscribe and watch our other videos. I put them in handy dandy playlists for you last night. So if you're a Mulberry head, you can just click on the Mulberry playlist and it will show you all the videos
cool.
I've done on Mulberry. Also for other brands such as Chanel. If you're interested in unboxing, there's an unboxing playlist. There's also a haul playlist and a review playlist. So just have a binge over Christmas because we can't go anywhere, so you might as well. So that is the Medium Lily from Mulberry. Thank you.